I'd like to welcome everyone to our annual Memorial Day ceremony. I'm Lucien Lefebvre, Chairman of the Enfield Veterans Council and your MC for today's ceremony. We're here to remember and honor our military members who did not return home from all wars and veterans that have passed. They should never be forgotten. Since the Civil War, there have been 126 Enfield veterans killed in war. Could I get the Veteran Council member, Bob Stacy, to come up and do our opening prayer?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my honor to recite this prayer in memory of all deceased veterans. Almighty God, with reverence, and love, we pause to pay tribute to our honored and valiant departed comrades. Perhaps most important is that we have remembered them. We have remembered them. And we will continue to pray for our deceased veterans who laid down their lives so others may live. Amen.
Thank you, Bob. Okay, if I could get Jim Maloney to come over. We'll now have our wreath laying. The wreath will be placed by Jim Maloney, Commander of American Legion Post 80. After the wreath is placed, please remain standing for our national anthem, performed by the Enfield High School Honors Chamber Choir. Thank you, well done. We need to be proud of our Enfield High School students that participate in the different organizations throughout the school. Now we will have the Enfield High School Band will now perform the service songs of our great military, followed by God Bless America, conducted by Mr. Andrew Armstrong. And will the veterans please stand when your branch of service is honored? about a big hand for the Enfield High Band. And I always refer to them as the pride of Enfield. Could I now have our elected officials stand, or raise your hands to be recognized? And if I could have Deputy Mayor Marie Pisler please come up for a few words.
Good afternoon. On behalf of myself, Mayor Nelson, who could not join us today, and the entire Town Council, I would like to thank Lucian and the Veterans Council for their hard work and dedication to our veterans. The parade is wonderful. However, it is this ceremony that truly honors those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Recently, I had the privilege of attending the recognition ceremony of the World War II veterans at the Connecticut State Armory. Our Lieutenant Governor did a remarkable job honoring our World War II veterans from across Connecticut. 70 World War II veterans ranging in ages 97 to 105 attended. Enfield had the most. We brought 6. As a daughter and a niece of World War II veterans, both whose names stand on the monument behind us, I grew up hearing that when the war broke out, Enfield had the largest group of residents enlist. So I did a little research, and I found that during World War II, 2,348 Enfield residents served in the military, making it the town with the highest per capita enlistment in the country. So I did a little more research, and I found that the Civil War had a total of 421 men from Enfield enlisted in the Army for military service. By July of 1864, there were 58 more men in the service than had been called for by the population-based quota in Enfield. This shows that Enfield has always been a town with a strong and proud heritage of military support. Today, we say thank you to all those who served and to the veterans who continue to serve our town and great country. May God bless each one of you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie, for those kind words. I'll now have Pam Townsend come forward to read a poem. Pam is the location coordinator for Wreaths Across America in Enfield and is also a retired Army veteran.
A Hero's Welcome by Robert Longley. A time to come home, dear brother, your tour of duty through. You've given as much as anyone could be expected to do. Just a few steps further, the smoke will start to clear. Others here will guide you. You have no need of fear. You have not failed your brothers. You clearly gave it all. And through your selfless actions, others will hear the call. So take your place of honor among those who have gone before, and know you will be remembered for now and evermore. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Before I introduce our guest speaker, I'm going to read his bio. It's one of the most amazing bios I've ever seen. Connecticut Department of Veterans Affairs Commissioner. No? I was going to go for it. Okay. Brigadier General retired Ron Welch is a graduate of East Lyme High School, where he was an extremely competitive athlete in football, wrestling, and crew at the local, state, and national level. He was also on the 18-man U.S. military Pantheon team that won the NATO Confederation Inter-Allied Officers of Reserve competition in Athens, Greece. Upon returning from a combat tour in Afghanistan, as a commander and senior advisor, he was inducted into the East Lyme High School Football Hall of Fame. Ron served full-time in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger, including 3 trips to Panama. One was part of Operation Promote Liberty, multiple worldwide emergency deployment readiness exercises with the 2nd Battalion, 75th Airborne Rangers stationed in Fort Lewis, Washington. In May of 1981, he was involved in a severe in-line-of-duty parachute accident. After a medevac flight, he received extensive medical intervention, physical therapy, and several surgeries. He next served as an officer in the Connecticut Army National Guard, totaling over 39 years of combined service. During that time, he was also involved in several Homeland Security missions, protecting critical infrastructure and severe weather emergency responses. He held 28 key staff positions and command assignments, completed 37 military schools from the tactical level to the strategic level, including the U.S. Army War College, completing a master's degree in strategic studies. He's a level 3 joint service qualified and completed U.S. Northern Command dual status commander certification program. He also completed a master's degree at Eastern Connecticut University. Some of Ron's awards include the Legion of Merit, the Soldier's Medal, Bronze Star Medal, 4 Meritorious Service Medals, 6 Army Commendation Medals, the Afghan Campaign Medal, Combat Infantryman's Badge, Expert Infantryman's Badge, Ranger Tab, Master Parachuter's Badge, Pathfinder Badge, Air Assault Badge, Canadian and Israeli Parachute Badge, and Connecticut Medal of Valor. Ron has 3 children, son Stephen, daughter Catherine, and son Ethan. He was appointed by Governor Lamont on May 9, 2023, as Commissioner of the Connecticut Department of Veterans Affairs. For the previous 4.5 years, he served as Vice President for Military Services at the Veterans Rally Point, which is part of Easter Seals Capital Region in Eastern Connecticut. Please welcome Commissioner Ron Welch.
So, Lucien, thank you very much for that over-the-top introduction. And, you know, I can't say enough for the invitation today to be able to speak to all of you. To the elected officials, the Deputy Mayor, we can't thank you enough for the support that you provide to our veterans and military throughout the year. It's an honor and privilege to be in front of you today to make some remarks, brief remarks, in this really patriotic and historic town of Enfield. A very special acknowledgement and expression of gratitude to our Gold Star family members who may join us today. Are there any in the crowd? We hold your loss close to our hearts and remain deeply grateful for your loved ones' service and tremendous sacrifice made in defense of our great nation. The past few decades, we've seen significant change across our state, our nation, and our world. From the tragic morning of 9/11 to long, costly wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and now all the unrest with Ukraine, Russia, and everything else that's happening in the Mideast, and global tensions that continue to rise. We're constantly reminded that freedom is never free and peace is never promised. So, how do we define Memorial Day? To some, it's just another day, another long weekend, a day at the beach, maybe a day out barbecuing some things. But for those of you that are here today, it's a lot deeper than that. It's a solemn pause, a time to remember, a time to reflect, a time to honor the men and women that gave everything to defend our country. Memorial Day is our national day of reflection, a sacred observance dedicated to honoring the military members who died in service of our great country. As many of you know, Memorial Day began after the Civil War and was originally known as Decorations Day, when families and communities decorated graves of fallen soldiers with flowers and flags. That tradition lives on throughout our state, throughout this town, and around our country. We placed yesterday 14,000 flags at our State Veterans Cemetery in Middletown and across the street from our headquarters in Rocky Hill at the Colonel Gates Cemetery. Together, these cemeteries are the final resting place for over 17,000 Connecticut veterans and family members. In 2021, we marked the 100th anniversary of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It's an enduring symbol of service and ultimate sacrifice. It holds the remains of 4 unidentified American service members, one from World War I, one from World War II, one from Korea, and one from Vietnam. Those unknown service members represent all those lost to history, all those whose names may never be known, but whose service will never be forgotten. Visiting Arlington National Cemetery and walking those hollow grounds is an experience that humbles us to the core. And I'd say the same is true when we walk through our veteran cemeteries around the state of Connecticut. Each stone, each name, each story, known and unknown, deserves our eternal gratitude. We're also reminded today of individuals who embody the highest standards of courage, character, and service. I want to talk about one from Connecticut. His name is Captain Paul W. Buca, and many of you probably know Paul or knew him. He's a recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor, our highest national award. He received that for his actions during the Vietnam War. On a March night in 1968, near Phuc Vinh, Captain Buca led his company through an intense firefight against an overwhelming enemy. His unit from the 101st Airborne had 89 soldiers. They faced 1,500 Viet Cong. Under constant fire, he directed his troops, he coordinated air support, he carried wounded soldiers to safety, and at personal risk faced down enemy positions to protect his men. His leadership and bravery saved lives, many lives that night, but his service continued far after that. Captain Buca continued to serve long after he left the military, advocating for veterans and promoting ethical leadership and reminding us of what it means to live life with purpose and principle. This Memorial Day, let us remember all of them, from the American Revolution to today's conflicts. Let us reflect on their courage, their sacrifice, and the pain that their families have endured. Let's make sure that the next generation understands that the freedoms that they paid for those that now lie at rest beneath our flags. As I close, I urge each of us to carry the spirit of Memorial Day, not just today, but throughout the year. Thank you so much for attending this ceremony. God bless you, our great state and nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. We'll now have the firing of the rifle volleys, followed by taps, performed by 2 members of the Enfield High School Band. Sergeant at Arms, prepare to fire the volleys. hope you enjoyed the parade and ceremony, remembering and honoring those who gave all in defense of our great country and those veterans who have passed. Before ending, a little side note. The Chinooks that flew over at the start of our parade, I believe in the lead aircraft was Captain Trey Dugan, a 2012 graduate of Fermi High School. Also, in those aircraft, we had two other Enfield residents. Second Lieutenant Meredith Buckley and Staff Sergeant Kyle Buckley were also in those aircraft, so we had 3 representatives in those 2 aircraft that flew by today. I want to thank you for coming, and may God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend, and remember our fallen comrades. Thank you.